Hey friends and family, welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be taking a look at the Mora Kansbol. Is this the best knife dollar for dollar on the market? A lot of you guys think it is. Today we're going to take a look and find out. So stick around, you don't want to miss this one. Alright guys, so here it is. Close look to the Mora Kansbal. So the weight on this is, the knife itself is 3.48 ounces. The sheath is 1.36, so you're looking at a total of 4.84 ounces. So it's not a heavy knife, but I mean this knife is solid as can be. Another thing you'll notice is orange. It's not that cool, you know, camouflage green or black or whatever. And you don't see many of the orange ones around, but it's the new color and it's been out for a little while. But for me, this works great because even during the making of this video, I had my knife stuck in to a piece of wood and I walked away and checked my sheath and it was gone. So easy for me to find. Also, it's very comfortable. I mean, with the rubber and plastic combo on this one, it's not going to break down through the years, and it actually is very comfortable. I mean, you can get a good grip on it, and you know, and very comfortable. And then another plus to this knife is it's $30 to $40. I mean, for a knife this quality, yeah, it is. Yeah, it's a pretty amazing knife. So it also comes with the orange sheath, and it does have the built-in belt loop on it. And the cool thing about this sheath, nobody really worries about the sheath, but it locks in. I mean, it really does lock in pretty good. So even when it's swinging around, you're not going to lose the sheath. It's hard plastic and going to last a long time. There's not a whole lot you can say about a sheath, but I mean, it's a sheath. It locks in, it's hard plastic, and it's going to do well. It does have holes in the bottom for if you put your knife away wet, say if you're cutting something wet, like veggies or something like that, gutting a fish. Yeah, even after you wash it. So there you go. Okay, so now we're going to look at the knife itself. It is a 3/4 tang, and it is a multi-grind, which means that it starts out here with the Scandinavian grind, and it goes into a flat grind. And it's a perfect knife for if you want to go camping and you want to whittle down a 10 steak or something like that. This grind is perfect for wood. The Scandinavian grind part is perfect. I mean, it just does a great job, as you can see here. I mean, grinds everything to a point. You can also do some finer work if you want to mushroom or keep from mushrooming the top. You just bevel the top, knock it off. That way when you drive the stakes into the ground, it doesn't mushroom out or split the wood, which is common, but see, it does a good job on that. Also, if you want to do the little notching, the bird beaks, so you start out putting your X in the top and grind in a little bit as deep as you want, and then you just whittle out to it. And this knife handles that process with ease. I mean, there's nothing hard about this with this knife. It's just, it's so sharp and easy to sharpen. I mean, if you have to, you know, sharpen it later on the fly or whatever, it's easy to sharpen, very easy to maintain. I'll get into some of that later, but as you can see, it whittles out that bird beak perfectly fine. Even though this knife is a 3/4 tang versus a full tang, which means the blade runs from point to the butt of the handle, this one goes 3/4 way through the handle. It's still built very solid and has no problem doing processing of wood for a campfire. You know, as long as the wood is like 2 to 3 inches round, you shouldn't have any issues at all processing the wood out, getting it down to manageable pieces. You can do feather sticks with it. You can do fine grindings. I mean, this knife would have no problem with doing that, but it's going to do your camp chores like, you know, you're not going to have any issues and running any problems doing anything you need to do. So this has a nice solid 90-degree spine. For other knives in this price range, you would have to file the top of it yourself. This is a sharp spine. I mean, as you can see, it's great for ferro rods. And at this point, I can light cotton balls up with this and some birch bark. And it's just great spark. I mean, they did a nice job on cutting the top and no extra work for you, which is always good. All right, let's talk about this blade. So the blade itself is like 4 1/8, 4 1/4, somewhere around there, and you're about 8 3/4 in total length. So the blade here is stainless steel, and so if you have an expensive $300 knife and you get out there and you're beating it up, you're gonna feel bad about it. When it's stainless steel, this stuff is tough. As you know, stainless steel is pretty tough. It's a very good knife for a beginner, or whether or not you're just out there all the time. Very nice, right? Very nice. So now let's talk about some maintenance on this. Because it's stainless steel, you can get this wet, and you can put it away in your sheath and you won't have to worry about them. You could beat it up, and like if you're like me, you want to keep your stuff and your equipment and your gear and your tools and all that stuff nice and clean. So when you get back, you just wash it off. Run it out under some water, you use a little soap, paper towel dry this thing, and it is ready to go for the next trip. Even a Ferris rod doesn't hurt the top at all. Very easy maintenance, very easy to maintain and keep up on this and keep it looking good. I mean, and it's orange. I mean, it's sharp, right? All right, so let me give you my final thoughts here. All right, the Mora Kansbol. The question is, like I asked in the very beginning, is this dollar for dollar, pound for pound, the best knife on the market? And its simple answer is yes, absolutely. For $30 to $40, this knife acts like a way more expensive knife. For the length of the blade, the length of the handle, you are going to get so much knife for the money, it's not even funny. You're going to get so much knife for more money, for double the money. I mean, I've had $100 knives that weren't this good. The name, it says it all. It's a Sweden knife, quality craftsman. Can't say anything more about that. I mean, just the way they do it, they've been doing it right. The blade is amazing. The grind is amazing. This knife is sharp and tough, and I've been beating it to death, and straight as an arrow, cleans up like a new penny every time I use it. The grip is amazing. Did I say amazing? I can't say enough. You can't go wrong with this knife. Basically, that's all there is to it. They got the Garber, the Mora Garber is their bigger brother to this one. Sure, that's a whole bunch of knife. It's a whole bunch more money too. But this right here, if you get this knife, you are not going to be upset or disappointed in this knife. So hopefully you enjoyed this video. If you like these videos, hit the like button, sub button, all that stuff. And man, if you get this knife, and even the sheath, if you get this knife, you will not be disappointed. I guarantee it. And if you are, send me a message in the bottom. Let me know what you didn't like about it. But man, I can't complain about this. So like always, if you want me to review and check out or use any items or product, tell me what you want in the bottom. I'll go get them, and then we'll do a review on it. All right, thanks for watching. We're out. We'll see you next time.